call this thing? It's just a tractor, huh?
It's a tractor, a David Bradley garden tractor.
A David Bradley garden tractor.
1953.
1953. Thank you, sir.
Tractor.
Thank you. Now, what do you call this you have here? What do you call this? This is a model, isn't it? This was ever used in a working engine.
These are models. I have 3 of them here. Those are original size.
Single poppers that they actually work. You did take with those, but this is a model here. Just created to demonstrate.
Yeah.
A tiny spark plug too, everything. It's amazing. And that's how you're tightening the belt with a wedge.
It should start pumping.
Now, what was the name of that engine when it's a model of?
I didn't copy any engine when I built it. I just made one.
Oh, you just made one? Okay.
Yeah.
All right. And your name?
Harold Defenbush.
Defenbush.
Yes.
Okay. Well, that's real nice.
I don't know why it's not pumping water. It always has before.
Do you have to prime it, or
No.
should do it on its own, huh? There, now it's starting. Now it's catching something. Real good. Thank you, Harold. All right, we're here at the Columbus Days in Columbus, Kansas. Are you a member of the Barrett family? Are
Yes, I'm Mark Barrett.
you? Mark? Okay. What do you got here?
It's 1919 Fortson F.
And this is my grandpa's tractor.
He used it in Columbus, worked at Columbus on the farm. He also had a buzz saw that he would saw up railroad timbers with it from the Frisco Railroad.
Okay.
So it was abandoned on the farm in 1953.
Now he run the buzz saw off of this belt?
PTO,
Off that PTO there with a belt.
yes.
Okay.
But it was abandoned in 1953 on the farm and sat up there in the tree line until 1987 along the highway up here. And 1987, my grandpa, when he passed away, my uncle retrieved it out of the tree line. And it has been a slow process of rebuilding it, but it was finally disassembled in 2015 and took 2 years to do a complete rebuild on it.
So this is a Fortson Model F.
Yeah, 1919 Fortson Model F.
1919. you run her this morning
Yeah,
already?
it ran through the parade,
Okay.
and now we can get the fire.
And what is it?
It's a 1926 Rumley oil pull.
A what?
Rumley oil pull.
Rumley oil pull. It's just steam tractor.
No, it's not a steam tractor. It's a combustible engine.
Oh,
But
okay.
it's called a Rumley oil pull. When they come out, as you can see, it says oil pull right there on the side of the
Okay.
chimney thing. But their biggest deal, instead of cooling with like antifreeze or water, they cool it with the motor with oil.
Oh,
So it would never freeze. That was their big selling point back in the days. These tractors will never freeze up. Those are cool. That big tank on top is full of oil. And then that little piece, that 2-inch piece of pipe on the bottom, that's where your oil runs through. Go through there, your radiator system to cool it.
And it cooled the engine that way, as that's the radiator.
Yeah.
And why did oil cooling fail? Why did they go away from oil cooling?
Expensive.
Too expensive. And if you lost it, you lost it.
Yeah, and it's dirty.
It was, yeah, that's
and
right.
You can see those are oils, not just natural.
You get a leak and
Yeah, and then like I say, it's 100 years old, so it's gonna leak. But yeah.
what's the boiling point of oil?
That I
Higher
don't know.
though, higher than water, yeah. Thank you.
Yeah,
And what's your name?
Dusty Shaw.
Dusty Shaw, and this is yours.
They had this bottom tank here was they ran either kerosene or distillate.
Okay.
In it. So they said a little tank on the fender there. That was gasoline. So you start the tractor on gasoline, that little tank, and then once you got it warmed up, you switch it over to kerosene or distillate.
Cheaper.
Well, then above that tank was supposed to be a water tank, which we don't have. And that up here, see that lid right there behind the exhaust pipe? That's a mixing chamber.
Okay.
And you can step up there and look at it if you want.
If I can.
Yeah. And like I say, one side was for water, and one side was for distillate, and they mix that water in there.
Oh, I see. Sure. Okay. Wow. I don't think I've ever seen one of these.
Yeah. Well, there's this, and then the one right up in front. It's the same thing. It's just a smaller version of it.
Thank you, sir. I appreciate
You're
it.
welcome. Anytime. So is Rumley in with International at all? No, I don't know the lineage of that. I don't think International ever bought Rumley. I don't think. But they could have. There's so many of the older stuff.
Rumley oil pull tractor.
And like John Deere bought it, Ford bought it, Howard bought it. There used to be 100 of them.
What year would this have been?
I believe it's
1926. So you got your brand new Model T. You're still running a Model T, and you get your new Rumley oil pull.
Yeah, and there's that little sign on the ground. You get a picture of that, and you can read that later. That tells you a little bit about the track.
Here's telling me that the kids are going to have an auction. She just starting somewhere. She don't know. Yeah, that's yours. Yeah. And Mike had gotten this for Charlie. They were working it off, and I don't know how that's all going to work out. I hope he gets it. I'd like to have Dad's got so many projects. I live at that.
Well, I just purchased this tractor probably 60 days ago.
Oh, okay. So you didn't build this one?
No, but what it was an online estate auction. The tractors wouldn't run. They hadn't run for probably 20 or 30 years.
Okay.
And but anyway, the man that actually restored.
I'm not going to be able to pick you up. You need to speak up. I'm sorry, but you need to go ahead and speak up loud because this thing doesn't pick up good if it's not well.
Okay, this is the 1938A. And it was previously, like I say, I bought it at an online auction. Non-running tractors, they sold 385 that day. And
where'd it come from?
The Gene Cassell collection out of Columbus, Kansas.
Okay,
and
so it's right here, yeah.
Anyway, this tractor was restored over 20 years ago by this man right here, Alvy
Grossman.
Grossman Jr.
Oh, okay.
And anyway, all we did, it'd been sitting in a barn for 20 to 30 years. We cleaned it up. We worked on it for 2 or 3 days, got it to running. And anyway, that's the same.
Kind of got lucky though. I mean, it started
paint.
up.
Yeah, that's the same paint and everything. But half of those tractors in that collection had been sitting under a roof. But anyway, so far it seems like it's a good tractor. There's good tires on it and everything, so we're happy with it.
Good.
So anyway, we're showing it here today. This tractor here, I purchased this tractor in 1992, west of South Coffeyville. I purchased it for my boy to start pulling tractors. He was 11 years old then, and he's 41 now, and now his kids are pulling it. But it's a 1951A.
You have antique tractor pulls, do you? Where you pull with older tractors like this?
Yes, there'll be a tractor pull tonight right here at 4
How do
o'clock.
they classify them? By year, by horsepower, or what?
They weigh them, and then they, weight classes of the tractor, and then they pull different weight classes and then different miles.
It's a John Deere Model A, 1950.
It's debatable, 50 or 50.
Yeah.
Okay, this tractor, it came from the same auction as the 38A. It's a 1952 AO. That's for A Orchard. And,
okay.
You'll notice it doesn't have the exhaust pipe coming out of the top of the hood or the breather pipe. And anyway, it's for getting under the tree limbs. But they made 766 of those in the straight gasoline engine. And in the style, what they call it, we got the newer grill on it.
And how many horsepowers would you figure this is?
I'm not gonna.
You just got to guess,
sure.
huh?
Not for sure though. But anyway, it was non-running. We got it. We done a little work on it. We fired up under its own power.
Are you gunner?
And we turned around. We put a set of new tires on it.
You're gunner, right?
Pardon?
You're gunner? Is that your name there, owner gunner?
That's my grandson.
That's your grandson. Okay, that's good.
This tractor is not mine, but this tractor belongs to my son. His grandfather bought it new. It's a 1956 620, and it was owned by 3 or 4 different people before he was able to buy it back. And but anyway, it's been restored, and
looks good.
It's a good tractor. Back in the 90s, I fed cows during the wintertime with that tractor.
There you go.
This tractor here is a 1956 620. It's a factory LP. This is a 1956. Both of these are 56s.
Okay.
This tractor here, they made a little over 22,000 620s.
Now, are they the same model or are they a little different?
No,
they're the same thing. A 620.
Okay.
I don't know why. It seemed like something was.
They made over 22,000 of these tractors, but these were the first year that they made them in 1956. They made them for 2 years.
Okay.
or 356, 57.
Oh, I see. Yeah, this is a narrow front and this is a wide front.
And this is propane.
This is that converted, I guess?
No, that's factory.
It came out in 50,
All right,
whatever.
What I'm telling you, they made 22,000 620s.
Okay.
A little over 2,200 of them were LP.
Okay.
Propane.
Okay.
All right, this tractor, I don't know how many they made, the gas first or LP first what, but this tractor here was the 392nd one made.
Oh, does it have a number on it somewhere that tells
Yes,
you
sir.
which it was?
Right there on that tag.
Really? Oh,
It's
where's
got,
let's see the tag here?
Oh,
Oh,
the
okay.
last three numbers will tell you what
The number it is.
the number it is. It's the 392nd one made.
Wonderful. That's great. But
It's
been restored nice.
Been completely restored. I bought it as a non-runner. That way we've done some work on it. There's mainly a starter problem. And
Now you're saying this one here belonged to family,
yes,
and he bought it back finally after it got away, and they got it back.
yeah, got it back.
And who owns this one now?
He added the 3 weights on the front there, which is highly collectible.
The weights.
Yeah.
Oh, the side weight and the front weight.
Well, the front and the 2 side weights.
And those were something hard to find.
Yeah, they're worth about 1,800.
Really?
So anyway,
Very nice.
they're all pretty good running tractors. We're proud of them. We got a lot of tractors, but we've got a few more that's just as good as these.
And your name again?
Pardon?
Your name again?
Fred Heaston.
Easton. Okay. Well, thank you, Fred. I appreciate you taking the time to talk to me today. I'll give you a card. I'm Easy Dave on YouTube, and if you know how to get on there, fine. If you don't, your kids will know how to get on there, and you can watch this video if you want. And,
Sure will.
And the thing that's nice about this is, well, that's the back of the car. The thing nice about that, your grandkids will be able to see this and say, well, there's Grandpa talking about the tractors.
All right, appreciate it.
Thank you very much, sir. Evans. What are you doing here?
I'm doing a little forging. I've got some 5160 steel here that got a little blacksmith forging coal. Sorry, a little blacksmith forge, and trying to make a knife.
You using coal there to heat with?
Pardon me?
You said something about coal. You use coal?
Yeah, I've got some coal and some coke in here,
Uh-huh.
and old Champion forge, Champion blower. Getting ready to go to the anvil here in just a second. Right now I'm just trying to thin that tip out a little bit. It's pretty thick from forging the point on there. Kind of hard to see my colors out here in the sun.
Oh, you can tell the temperature, how hot that thing is by
Yeah.
what it looks like, huh?
Yeah, and what I'm having to do out here in the sun, because you can see under here it's still, it's getting pretty cold.
Uh-huh.
But I can also tell by how bad I'm bouncing off of it too, how cold it's getting.
It reacts like that. So you go through a whole thing of heating, pounding, and shaping, and you cool it in water sometimes.
No, I never cool in water.
Never cool in water.
Not on my. I mean, there's some steels that you can, but when I get done forging this blade out, in fact, I think I've got one up here. Let's say I get done forging this blade out, and then I'll heat it up and normalize it 2 or 3 times, and then I'll
What's
heat it up.
normalize it?
Normalizing, I'm trying to get the grain structure, and it's kind of on a molecular level, getting everything back into alignment and soften the steel up a little bit, and then I'll anneal it, and that'll get it ready for grinding. So,
And how many hours do you put in on making a knife of this type here? You made this one here.
Start to finish,
This one here, how many hours do you think you had in making that knife?
it's really hard to say, but anywhere from probably 8 to 12 hours on that knife.
That's a small
knife,
blade, yeah.
A knife like some of these bigger buoys, you know, maybe 20 to 40 hours, depending on the type of Damascus that goes into it.
And you've made, how many knives do you think you've made?
600-700 probably.
600-700.
Maybe 800.
Do you do it for a living, or is this your side work?
Full time.
Full time, okay.
Yep.
And where are you out of?
Columbus.
You're out of Columbus.
Right here. Yep. Yeah, born and raised.
Pleased to meet you. Thank you very much for your time.
No problem. Thank you.